Sunday. Happy Sunday. It is August 23rd. Beautiful skies, beautiful days for the rest of summer. I got a few things I'm going to take over to the thrift store. So, since the gang stalkers are already walking with my steps, might as well take y'all with me today. So, a couple things have happened over the last few weeks. Quite a few things. The gang stalking has gotten a little bit more stealth, but they're there. Last Sunday, we had a nice little storm here in Columbus. It came around right after lunchtime, and I was at my stylist, of course. As you can see, I got some extensions in. I try to match my hair color to the dye, as you know. Been dyeing my hair since last May, so I'm gonna be riding out this storm. So for the gang stalkers that's impersonating and imposing, I'll be changing my hair color over the next couple of months. So while I was at the hair salon, the Hood Ratchets, that was the second gang stalking crew that was sent that day. I got a steak and cheese and egg sub for breakfast, so they were gang stalking there. They sent the KKK at that point to follow me to Subway. And then after I got to the salon and she started on my hair, maybe an hour in, the Hood Ratchets, the black ones, they started driving by broke down looking vehicles, bad looking vehicles. They not paying them what they paying the KKK. I can tell you that much. They not doing that. So, they rode by for maybe a couple of hour and a half, several times. So after she got done, of course, I already had a plan to get groceries. When I lived on Parsons Avenue, I used to go to the Walmart in Grove City, but a particular race of people were crowding the parking lot as early as 8 in the morning. You couldn't even go to Walmart early in the morning to get groceries without being bombarded. No parking spaces. They were all parked in the pickup parking spaces, so you couldn't even order something online and then pick it up because all the spaces were taken. So I started going down to the Walmart in Circleville. So in comparison, Circleville is about 25 miles away, but it's a 8-minute drive longer than the one going to Grove City from where I lived at on Parsons. So I said, let me just drive on down 23. That made it kind of easy because 23 south is very nice. It's farm fields going down that way. There are little planes that fly by, the little agricultural planes. And sometimes they have little plane shows, so they're down there practicing. And it's a pretty nice drive. You see some corn, some wheat fields, people who have stuff for sale from onions, tomatoes, strawberries, different fruits and stuff like that. So it was just a nice little drive to just head down 23. The extra 8 minutes was kind of cool, right? Who's rushing on the weekend? Who's rushing summer? I know we're not. Not here in Columbus, Ohio, where it's cold 8-9 months out of the year. Oh, poor thing stopped on the road. So I keep on driving and I get down there to Circleville. I went to Arby's first, but they were so busy. I just went to another store, cashed in my lottery tickets, and kept on driving down to Circleville. So when I got to Circleville, I was a little hungry because obviously I had gotten my hair done, and yes, I had my little steaks up for breakfast, but that was maybe 4 hours in between. And everybody who's known me since I was 16 knows that I have hypoglycemia. So I try to eat every couple of hours and eat a decent meal, of course. That has been kind of tampered with my schedule maybe the last year and a half because Jaffa and them were poisoning my food, and breaking in my house and stealing my clothes, stealing my food, poisoning my pets, plants, everything they could. Just the ruthless group of humans. I'll just say humans for now. And then I couldn't keep food in my apartment for a while because they've been breaking into my apartment, poisoning everything as well. Any little thing they can find. They were doing more than just poisoning my food in my apartment. They were setting up poisons all the way around. Anywhere I went to eat, anybody who picked up food, all of that. So I had to be real careful, but I managed my hypoglycemia. All right, so I get to the area where Walmart is, and I don't know if y'all have ever had Bojangles. Okay, I don't eat a lot of fried chicken at all. Just never really have like that. But let me tell you something. I had Bojangles, and I had their dirty rice. I got their chicken nuggets with their dirty rice, and it came with a biscuit. Baby. I don't know what's going on with Bojangles, but that was really tasty, okay? It was good. The rice was made soft and delicious, and Popeyes is no comparison. Like, what's the point of going to Popeyes? And no, this is not a review on food. But I got their little chicken nuggets. Those were really tasty. I mean, it was good, and the biscuit was just right. Like, that's the kind of biscuit I wish I had too. Whereas, like, what I ate in the afternoon or the next day for breakfast, I could have made that biscuit with it. I could have had that biscuit with some eggs on the side and some cheese, and made a little breakfast meal for myself. But Bojangles was top tier. So when I came back to Columbus, I was looking to see where another one is. Apparently, there's only one other Bojangles in Columbus. Well, there's only one, period. And I think it said it was out there in Hilliard. So we need more Bojangles. Now, I've had Bojangles before, but it was a long time ago. It was either in Las Vegas in 2021 or 2025 when I had Bojangles. And I mean, again, I don't eat fried chicks like that. And I had Popeyes 2 or 3 times over here in Whitehall when I lived in Whitehall. But the seasonings was just right. So, like, kudos to Bojangles. I wish there was more in Columbus. I would have loved to try a few other things, but their chicken nuggets were real cute, because they were actually individually cut. They weren't like the round ones you get at the fast food places. So, it was real good and tasty. But I just had to at least give them a shout out. And again, I know it's been a couple of weeks since I've been on here, but I'm in the public all the time. Y'all see my LinkedIn profile. I'm on camera all the time. I don't have nothing to prove. So, getting back to Walmart. When I pull into the Walmart parking lot, there's a scruffy white man with a beard that kind of walks within my steps into the Walmart. He's a hefty guy, fat guy, t-shirt and shorts on, but he's got a beard down to here, one of those. And he's wearing some glasses, and he walks in the store with me. I go look at some of the vegetables because I'm looking at some chives. I'm looking at mushrooms, avocados, a couple of other small things, bananas, and looking at what I'm looking at, seeing what I actually put in my cart and what I'm actually doing. So he comes on. After I get my vegetables, I go over to the steak department because I'm looking at the flat iron steak. Before, when I used to go to that Walmart down there in 23, 24, and maybe once or twice in 25. No, I went there a couple of times in 25. They always had some good meats. This time I actually found some really good flat iron steak. I got 2 pieces, and I found some Ecuadorian shrimp with the head still on it. So it's still a whole shrimp, not peeled, not deveined or anything. So I like that. If I can get fish most of the time with the head still on it, that's a really tasty thing for me. I like to see the whole fish, and not that it looks sickly. Some of y'all don't care how the whole piece look and that it don't look sickly. Y'all take anything y'all can get. Anyway, the fish was okay too, but I just decided not to buy any that day. I went ahead and got the the Ecuadorian shrimp. I got a bag of that, and that was a good price too, and the flat iron steak. So after that, I got a few other things, and I had to get some cleaning supplies. I needed to buy some seventh generation items, so got that. I found a young guy because I needed some seasoning, but I like to buy the seasoning in a pack now because they were poisoning my seasoning on Parsons Avenue. Again, the neighbors were being paid to report back and also break into my house. Jaffa was working with them. Quite a few people were working with them, but out of racism and hate, they would break into my house. You know, they were already hacking my router, and I already said all of these things last year, but, you know, just to continue on the story, they would break into my house and put poisoning in my seasoning. So as I'm cooking food, I'm slowly getting poisoned by these ingrates and these idiots causing racism and hate and discrimination in every corner of my life. The abuse my pets went through was insane. I mean, putting molded water, putting poison in my plants to cause me and my plants and pets to get sick from mold in the water, increased contamination, is ridiculous. But anyway, we've been going through it since last year and nothing has changed. Actually, they just have more people that they've paid off to, man, the people they've paid off to keep up the poison and contamination with the mold and nasty water and stuff. So anyway, I started getting the packs of seasonings so that, you know, basically the packs of seasonings is one-time use. So it ain't nothing left in the house. You can at least try to poison for, at least from my cabinet to my lotions to my greases to my pet food to my fish tank to, you know, the food in my fridge. It's least poisoning for me, right? Again, this is still current. So I got to the seasoning aisle, and I didn't see the little packs of seasoning that I like to cook with, the Italian herb, the griller seasoning and stuff. So there was the guy. After he followed me, after I got to the seafood section, he was of course in the beef and pork section. And boy, was that mug healthy. He could have been Porky the Pig himself. Porky. So yeah, went ahead and did what I had to do. Talked to the guy in the seasoning aisle and said, hey, I don't see the little packs of seasoning that I normally see around here. So he looked it up on his little Walmart thing, and he said, okay, they're on aisle 3 and 4. So I go to aisles 3 and 4, and of course the seasoning was there. Guess who followed me there? The hefty white man with the scruffy beard and the glasses. Here he goes. So then I also noticed 2 Caucasian girls, 2 young girls following me around as well. So this group of gang stalkers, it's not just Jaffa and the organized crime group he was working with, and he probably still is working with, no matter where he is. This also was orchestrated by my family, the ones up here that I haven't seen since 2018, and I don't deal with them. Really hadn't dealt with them years before, but just don't even deal with them. This was orchestrated by them. This was orchestrated by coworkers that I sued back in 2018. There was a couple of Caucasian white women that I work with, and they caused some retaliation after I went to the civil rights and EO on them. They caused internal confusion and had people lying and everything about what I'm doing and who I am, which is like ridiculous because who I am on paper is who the fuck I am. But because they have race, we know what is king. They have positions. They also have money. They have titles. They can get what they want. So they also have been part of the gang stalking and, you know, this level of retaliation since 2018. Basically, since they lost it. They weren't going to win that claim. You retaliated against me. You weren't going to win it. So they also have rounded up people. They've been rounding up people, but they've gotten a lot of people, you know, paid. A lot of people have been receiving so many things, paid rents, cars, you know, vehicles, jobs, things for their family, anything that their family needed. They received a ton of gifts for being able to watch me, lie on me, go back and discriminate and, you know, complete a script. I know the ops when I see it. They all have the same game. Hello. doing? We got a few items here. Somebody gave me a photo. It's in good shape. No, I don't even already see you. We didn't put anything here. All right. Get the seatbelt back on, you know. Gotta get the seatbelt. All right. So, you know, again, all the gang stalking and the cyber stalking, it's because they were stealing so much in my name. But like I said, on paper and the consistency I have, it don't match. It don't match, but also it's not good enough because I'm an African American woman that anybody will research exactly the things that I've said, all the things that I've reported to the fraud, FBI, the police, just everybody. It's not good enough. So, oh, let me say this. I'm not good enough because I'm African American. And you know, this is the thing. Let me say this. I live a normal life. I always live within my means. It's not something new. I live within my means. That's why my life is easy. But for African Americans, they even have ounces of power, right? They can put y'all in a chokehold too. You think that Jaffa and the organized crime group just stole my identity? No, it doesn't matter who's working for them. Y'all have contracts with them, right? That means that somebody else overseas in their group has a contract as you. It was never just about me, honey. It was never just about me. But they also knew that I would never stop for justice. And I'm not going to stop. I don't care. I don't care. I want justice from the gang stalking, the cyberbullying, the bank fraud, the unemployment fraud, the red rumming of my plants, the poisoning they put me through, and everything else, honey. When I tell you, if I'm around somebody even for a couple of weeks, if I go to a restaurant 3 times, they already got somebody working there in hopes that I would come back. And when I sign my signature on the receipt, they can steal it. There's a coffee shop I've been going to, honey. I went there last week and they already had one of the elite's raggedy ass cousins working in there. She ain't been in there. But because I done been there a couple of times now and they see there's a consistency with the things I do, they're going to send their $5 trashy cousin, trailer trash cousin over there to work there and report back fraud, report back lies. If I sign my receipt, they're going to steal it. You know, that kind of thing. They literally have to do everything to keep their fraud going against Jessica Lynette Younger, born May 9th, 1983, in Virginia, in Lynchburg, Virginia, okay? Graduated from Amelia Pride, okay? Went to Dayton Job Corps, got my certifications, okay? Paid for that. Are you kidding me? Well versed in Ohio residential laws and fair housing. Real estate graduate. Went to school and still paying my student loan for my CompTIA A+ and Network Plus certification that I did get. Honey, they want to tear my life down so bad. It's ridiculous. A friend of mine I knew since 2009, I kind of reconnected back with them in July. Just reached out, oh, hey, how's it going? Now, I know my phone is mirrored, and I know that every text message I send, every email I send or is received, also any phone call I make, all of that stuff is already being mirrored by the ops so that the person who's impersonating me and the multiple people impersonating me can still get what they want. So again, knew this person since 2009, no different than the other people that the ops have already infiltrated all my relationships with my family and many others. Reconnected with this person, been cool, doing normal stuff, got along like we normally did throughout the years. Now, granted, I hadn't seen this person since 2021, but not a big deal, right? Columbus is a big city. Not everybody even sees each other more than a couple times a year, if that. But I hadn't seen this particular person since 2021. So I told him, sent him my link to my LinkedIn page, my YouTube channel, said, hey, these gang stalkers are everywhere. They monitor everything. They are all over the place with their fraud and their forgery because they're evading taxes. They have stolen money in my name, loans in my name. committed real estate fraud in my name. The divorce decree is proof of it. Just gave him the whole rundown, and he said, hey, that's disturbing. Yeah, I know. He also had some choice words about me marrying a foreigner, but that's what anybody would say, right? Not a big deal. Okay, moving on. So we still hanging out and everything. I noticed a shift in his attitude maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So then that's when I kind of noticed, okay, the ops have finally made it over. They, they hacked my phone, so they know how to get people's phone numbers. They are GPSing my phone, and they're also tracking my car, so they know exactly where I'm going. It was easy for them to go ahead and approach him and say, oh, she's this, she's that. Don't be bothered with her. She's this, she's that. She's a prostitute. She's a thief. She's a liar. She's this. She has bad habits. She has. But this is somebody I've known throughout the years and hung out with, who never said any of these things about me, especially no different than anybody in my past that I was hanging out with that they influenced. But see, this influence comes with resources. So after talking with this good buddy for a couple of weeks, he sent me a meme one morning. Now, of course, the meme was friendly. But then when I looked at the meme, I said, yeah, he's part of the wave now. Because the meme he sent me was particular to the ops that were recently hired at the end of last year to infiltrate my space, break into my apartment, help us do her dirty, help us commit fraud on her, help us frame her. This group. So when he sends me the meme, I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure he done got onto the wave. He done joined the ops. I know the ops when I see it. So I, of course, still communicated, still engaged, just to see how things are going, how this is going to play out. And of course, like they tell everybody, I'm only good for one thing. I'm a 43-year-old woman. I had many friendships and resources, had no issues. Y'all pushed that lie and that narrative. But it worked in the courthouse. It worked enough for the judge that's not noble to tamper with my signature so y'all could steal everything December 1st. And whatever else he did on December 1st, I don't know. Because it was all done behind my back. Jafar is an unethical lawyer, and the judge hid assets, which is a crime. Using whiteout on the divorce decree is a crime in the state of Ohio. Hiding assets for a foreigner is a crime during a marriage where I was directly put in harm because of the things I didn't know he was doing and the things they're still doing. No matter who I've reached out to, every legal entity I've reached out to, these banks I've went to, they all give me one line. Okay, if it's associated with fraud, we'll have to get back to you because we can't give you any information now. If it's associated with fraud, it's going to take 700 days. If it's associated with fraud, we won't be able to tell you anything because there's an investigation going on. And if it's active, we'll have to wait till things are completed before we can reach out to you. Nobody ever reached out to me. All the other banks that I called, oh, well, you have to have the account number. You have to have this. This is what they are doing. Clearly, I only have a Capital One account, which the ops know that because they've broken into my phone many times. They're also doing something funny with my credit score. So they already know. They have been given the tools and the resources to cause nothing but damage and harm in my life. Every day, every hour. It doesn't matter even if someone was to reach out and try to assist me. Even if someone says, okay, we believe you. Though by the time a day or two or a couple of days go by, somebody in the elite group, somebody in the gang stalking group, in the watch list group is going to reach out to that person and say, don't give her information. They're going to just back off after that. The same thing that the Crime Stalkers gang unit rep that called me. She backed off completely after I gave her all the police reports. Backed off completely. She was never going to help. This is why I'm helping myself, and I continue to go live and put everything on my LinkedIn page, because one thing for certain is I ain't scared of nobody. I'm not scared of myself. I don't bow to nobody, so there's nothing to yield to. Stop doesn't exist in my language. I'm going to keep on going forward. And again, I'll say it. I'm the only younger that matter. There's some people out here with that younger last name, and y'all ain't blood. I know what you did. I know that B and J are working together to set up E. And while E is being set up, they setting traps down in Virginia. They've been setting traps in Virginia for my whole family. If anybody in Lynchburg is seeing this message, put the 2 and 2 together. I'm telling you, B and J, listen to what I'm saying. B and J been working together on y'all. They've been interfering with a lot of y'all relationships, a lot of the school stuff y'all got going on. This is why they wanted to separate all of us from being close. And they got it. They got it with the rumors. And then the Fleshmans up here ran around up here and did their job. They did their number talking trash about everybody in Lynchburg after they got what they wanted. After her and Jaffa stole property, they stole money, they stole bank accounts, they stole loans. Jasmine and Jaffa, their in-laws, people in their group, been tap dancing on everybody's head in Lynchburg who helped them keep their secrets. So did Jaffa's family and a couple of other people. It was just the Fleshmans. It was quite a few. There was 2 other black girls that was jumping down Jaffa's neck here in Columbus. But when it comes to the family, they all know the part that they played and where they decided to keep quiet at. So after they got what they wanted, they talked so much trash about them in Virginia, it was ridiculous. And then gang stalked me about the setups that they planned, that everybody lied about. Again, I said this last year, but they did their number. They wanted me separated from my family. They got it. My mom kept their secrets. She got it. I'm cool. I'm all the way cool. Can I have the Hey, how you doing? A little far.
No, you're all good.
Thanks.
565. Can I have you select one of these?
Okay.
Oh, it's a tap there.
Yeah, there we go.
Give me just 1 second.
Take your time. Is that hot? Is that hat kind of hot?
No, actually it's not.
Is it keeping you cool then?
For the most part.
For the most part.
So like in the winter it keeps my head kind of warm, and then like in the summer, like these kind of months,
Yeah.
it has like enough breathing room.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? To
I
where,
can
like,
tell.
you can get airflow through it.
The way you're wearing it is kind of stylish.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, can I have a straw too? Yeah. So, thank you. But I guess people need an entourage, they need a group, they need, you know, everything to keep them together. They need everyone to hold them together. Go get her, go lie on her, go say she's acting black, go say she's acting mean, go say she's acting nasty. She's a typical black woman. Say all these lies about her. She's loud, she's rude, she's nasty. Listen, if y'all knew how much the gang stalkers was lying to benefit the Franklin County courts and the Franklin County Court Municipal Organized Crime Group over there. Hey, oh, she was pretty. Yeah, you would be surprised how much they're reporting back these lies. So yeah, I mean, day in and day out, you don't even know how much I watch these fools. They think I don't know this, but yeah. So all right, let's get back to the store at Walmart. So you know, at Walmart they have these big square bins in the front, and sometimes they have DVDs in them, drinks in them, rice-a-roni. They had these bins in the front with multiple things in it. You know, you can get it for $1, $2, whatever. So then I get over there to the bin after I got most of the food items I needed, looked around at some stuff, because now I'm going, you know, okay, maybe a little margarita or something would be nice. Went ahead and picked up a couple of those. The 2 white girls pushing the cart with nothing in it that's been following me for 10, 15 minutes. The same white guy with the beard that made it over there too. They're all doing their job. I mean, like, they're doing their job. When I tell you, when it comes to racism and the hate and the discrimination and the KKK that is actually funding these people, funding the YouTube readers, funding the local gang starting gang stalking, it's real. Back in the 20 teens, the late 20 teens, oh, that looks good. Thank you. Have a good day. Back in the 20 teens, I came privy to some information that somebody was venting about in a conversation. And I found out that some people that I knew, not personally, was stealing seized drug money out of Grove City. When they found out that I knew that, they started gang stalking me, bad mouthing me, and everything ever since then. This is the same group. This group has people that also work in a CPD. So this money that they've been paying to gang stalk me since 2024, it's not like it's coming out of somebody's paycheck. Like I said, I live within my means, so it's not people paying out their last paycheck. This is seized drug money. This is money that is stolen from the casino, the Hollywood casino. And I hate to say that because I really do like the Hollywood casino here in Columbus. I never had an issue up there. Some of the same people that I knew that was going up there a long time ago, 2013, 14, still work there. Like, I never had an issue with them. We never had a problem. But they work with an infiltration group of nasty women. Nasty women. Quite a few of them is black. Some of them is transgender. And they work with a group of nasty women. No, I'm good. I'm good. That they steal money from up there. They hem up a lot of people. They sleep with a lot of men in power and women in power and set them up to the point where, you know, the favors they're asking them to do ain't no little normal favor. Oh, can you help me with my rent? Can you make my car payments? Can you give me some money for my kids? They're like, listen, we need this person tracked. We need this person traced. We need this person's profile. We need to make this person, that person, and that person, whoever they are, those people need to become, so we can steal, so we can get property, so we can steal money and then commit all this